Happy New Year, dreamers. I am so excited to be here. We made it to 2025. Thank you, Lord, for letting us make it. So we are inside of Canva, and I'm going to be showing you how to make an affirmation calendar. I am calendar, positive affirmation calendar in 2025. Okay, we are going to get our images from DreamLab inside of Canva, as well as the template. So it's two ways you could do this. You can start off with the images in DreamLab, or you can start off with the template. I'm going to start off with the template really quickly. I am literally going to, this is my Canva homepage. My link will be down in the description. If you need Canva, if you want to get Canva, you can try using my link. I do have the Canva Pro edition, okay? So I'm going to go to the search bar and I can search my content or Canva's content. I am specifically going to type in 2025 calendar, okay? And then I can type Canva templates or my content. I'm going to search Canva templates, okay? And then I'm going to press enter. Once I type in enter, over 20,000 templates will show up. Now there are multiple ways to skin a cat, so it's different types of templates, and you can just scroll and see which ones look good to you. And then you can do one or two things. If you see something that catches your eye, you can star it for later and keep scrolling, or you can directly type into it. Now, this says 2025, but if you want to just make sure that these dates are correct, you can check on Google or anywhere else, and you can just verify that the dates they're providing are correct. Now you want to make sure what type or pick which type of calendar template you want. You can have undated. You can have one that's completely one page. You can have multiple pages. You can literally just go ahead and see what looks good for you. I already see which one I kind of want. I want this one. And what I'm going to do is, it is a black and white minimalistic simple monthly planner, January 2025, okay? Now with this one, I simply can scroll down and see that they have every month already, or I could literally search monthly calendar. Okay, so I started this one. I'm going to search monthly calendar and see what templates they provide for that. So I'm going to select this one. It's the same one. I could tell by the font. Let's see if I put 12 month 2025 calendar, because I kind of want it to all be together. Okay. Because I want all 12 months. I don't specifically want to go in and retype all the months. I mean, you can do that. I don't really want to do that though. But you figure out how you want your calendar set up. And then you can hover over and look, it gives you 3 of 26 images. So this is a full calendar where it has the images already there. You can hover over to see what they have. See, it gives you the full calendar with the cover and everything on there. So I want an 8.5 by 11 calendar, and I kind of want it to be landscape. This is portrait. I don't want my, oh, that's super cute though. I don't want this particular calendar to be like that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go back to the original one and see if I can just find that one. So I'm going back to 2025. I'm just going to select this one. I'm going to go to customize this template, okay? And then it's just showing 2 January. So what this means is that I am going to have to make the February through December ones, okay? But when I go over to templates, I'm going to scroll and see if those styles will come up for me. Okay, this is the cool thing about Canva. So many different ways that you can do things. I'm going to figure out a way to like trick it. Watch. Anywho, this is a font I like. I've never used this font before, but it's going to be saved because I love it. Yadmin. This is super cute. And like I said, if you just want to verify that this is the correct calendar dates, you can verify through Google. Okay. So I am going to use this one. I'm going to delete this second one. I'm going to add a page. Now, there's multiple ways that you can do this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I want my calendar to be landscape, and the size that I want it to be is 8.5 by 11. Okay. So let's go to resize. I'm going to go to custom size, and then I'm going to select 8.5 by 11. I'm going to select resize this design. Okay. See, no, I don't want it that way. Because see, they're trying to make it portrait. So, oops, I'm going to go to inches, and I'm going to go to 11 inches in width and 8.5 in height. My apologies. And I'm keeping this in here because this is raw, true, and real, okay? So I want it to be 11 inches in width and 8.5 inches in height. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and resize. And it's resizing it. I'm going to go to open that design. And then now I have it in a size that I like it. Now, if you notice, it changed the way this calendar was set up. So I'm going to resize it to fit the 11 inches in width and 8.5 inches in height. And what I might do is just put possibly a quote or something at the bottom of it, okay? So because I resized it, it did change everything. And this is something that you want to be mindful of. What I will have to do is change each one of these dates for the months of January through December. I did not want to do that, y'all. I may try to figure out a better way to do it because that's not what I wanted to do. But anywho, there it goes. And I'll definitely put something down at the bottom, even if it's just a design, to fix that area where it's that dead space. So we at least have the font. I can change the bottom portion if I so choose, but I love this font. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go back to Canva, and we are going to, I like this because see, I could just copy and paste all of these months because this is the one. So I'm actually just going to open up another Canva really quick. So because I wanted to keep these templates here so I could simply come into them and copy and paste them and not have to type each one over, because I do not want to do that, I'm going to leave this tab open. This tab I'm going to keep open. And then I opened up another tab specifically for DreamLab. I'm going to grab my designs from DreamLab. Now, here is DreamLab. If you have not seen this, I will keep my DreamLab link down in the description so you can catch up and follow. Inside of DreamLab, that is Canva's AI. We're starting over with 500 on Canva Pro with the new month, and we can type in our prompts here. Okay, so you can make your own prompts. You can use AI, maybe ChatGPT or something else to create prompts for you, but it's completely up to you. This is going to be my first prompt for this month of January. I can change it. We could play around with it. And the prompt reads this: a poised African-American woman standing confidently against a sunrise background, symbolizing new beginnings and opportunities. She is wearing a sleek winter coat and a radiant smile exuding determination. I did use Chat GPT for this prompt, so let's just go ahead and see how they make it. Once I press create, it is going to use one of my 500 credits for the month, and as you see, it went down to 499, and we're just going to go ahead and see what this looks like. This is what she looks like. Very opening for the new year. She looks really, really good. I am going to add to this prompt, okay? Because this is cool, but we're going to do something different. A poised African-American woman standing confidently against a sunrise background with, I don't know what that is, with a white, symbolizing new beginning. She is wearing a white sleek winter coat, a sleek white winter coat with a scarf. Her hair is long and flowy. She has a radiant smile exuding determination, okay? So now we're going to press create and see what they come up with. This is the cool thing about prompts. You can change the prompts to everything that you want it to be. I could say she could be wearing braids. Yes, I absolutely love this, okay? And then I could put with the wintry background against a that's the right word, sunrise background. I will be having an AI for beginners class. Let me bring that up really, really quickly because this is extremely important for you, how you can make the prompts, play with the prompts, get a understanding from ChatGPT, and then build on it. At the end of January, I'm having, let me grab that. Okay, really quickly. By the time this video actually posts, I will have this sale going on only 24 hours. Whatever time this video posts on Monday, January 6th, whatever time it is, there will be a 24-hour sale for you. It is $99, but after 24 hours, whatever time this video posts today, it will be $75. So after the 24 hours that this video posts, when you click the link, it will be $99, okay? But if within 24 hours you watch this video, if you want this class, it will be for $75. I hope that made sense, okay? This is a beginner AI class. It's very beginner friendly. If you don't know anything about AI, I will go over AI for you, okay? So it's beginner. If you're really advanced, this class may not be for you, or you may be able to learn something, but I want you to be very clear on it. It's beginner, an intro to AI. We're specifically going to just talk about how we can use it for your life and business. I'm going to provide you how you can search and use and play around with great prompts for your AI images. We're going to make some beautiful clip art that you can use personally, and you can possibly sell with commercial rights with this AI. The class is Friday, January 31st, 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're only going to be going over ChatGPT and Canva DreamLab. ChatGPT and Canva DreamLab, the paid versions, okay? All of these images on here I made with AI, and the class is going to be amazing. I already have some people that have purchased the $75 offer, so make sure 24 hours only. If you're watching this after 24 hours, please join the class still, but it will be at its regular price of $99, okay? I just want you guys to know that it's going to be absolutely amazing beginners class, all right? Let's get back to this prompt. So We're going to change it. You can keep that hair. You can do whatever you want. But I want it to be a wintry sunrise background, okay? Because she has a winter outfit on. This one might work. These are really, really cute. I love this one, actually. So we might still download that one. And when you download it, look what happens. It provides you with the prompt. So if you want to reuse that prompt, and then here's something I actually was going to go over in a class. You see under here, it says add an image. It shows you a style. It shows you can have different types of styles. I'll go over that later on, but I am going to go into depth on the different types of styles in the class. And then it provides you with the aspect ratio of what size you want the image to be. Okay, you can play around with that now, but I will go in depth over that in class. Right now it's showing the style is smart. It shows you can have other types of styles, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and see if they can figure out what that wintry means. But let's go ahead and press create and see what we get. Now I'm going to show a few prompts, but I'm not going to show all 12 of them. Oh, this looks amazing. And I'm going to show you what you could do if you want her moved. Okay. So this is so cute. We are going to go ahead and click on this prompt. When I click on the prompt, one or two things we could do. If I want like her eyes are just a little bit off, if I wanted to fix that, I can try it again. I can copy this prompt. You see where it says, I hover over, it says copy prompt. It's showing us the prompt that we use at the top, the pixels. I can edit this in a design. I can give them guidance with it, download, report it, delete it. Like I said, copy the prompt, and then the prompt is down at the bottom again. I'm going to go to edit and design really quickly because there's something that I want to do to this. Once I have this in the design, I'm going to go to edit. I could have left that there. And what I'm going to do is go to magic grab really quickly. Like I said, we're going to talk about this a lot in the class, but you see how that kind of glazed over that. You can do a brush to select the image, or you can select click. I'm going to select click. And then look, you see that image right there? It highlighted her. In the beginning, it kind of like you can rewind it, like did a glaze over it. I'm going to grab her. And here there's a process bar. And what I'm doing with grabbing her, I can move her now. So I can move her over. I can move her to the left or the right. And I want to move her over here, because I am going to put words here, okay? We can also add filters to her if you so choose, but she looks great to me. But I wanted to move her over, or I could keep her back in the middle where she was, because I could put words on this side. But you play around with it and see what works for you, okay? But that's what Magic Grab does. That is literally a game changer that you can use in your business, because look at that. I could even take her out of here and make a different background. These are things, like I said, I'm going to go into way more in depth in the class, but I did want to just show you guys that, because why not, right? I'm going to go to text. When I go to text, I'm going to scroll down and look at some font combinations, or I can pull up some fonts that I already really, really love, all right? And then what I want to do is, I'm just scrolling. I'm going to go ahead and just select a text here. I'm going to go to Aramo font, and then I'm going to see which font I want to use, okay? I want the font to match my style of this particular image, okay? And I have fonts that are downloaded from my mother's Etsy shop, as well as Creative Fabrica, or fonts that are specific to Canva. Okay, you can just find whatever font works for you. I'm going to do minimalistic, and then I'm going to either type in or copy and paste an I am statement. I am now going to figure out how large I want the font, the spacing of the font, where I want to put the font. Do I want to put the font, move her over, and we're going to read left to right? Do I want the font here? Do I want the font on this side with the woman on this side? Make her larger, smaller, cut her off, however you want your calendar to look. We can figure out the color of the font. Okay. If we want effects to the font, we play around with it, okay? I can change the outline. You see, outline is highlighted. I can change the outline. I can change the actual, I can change the actual font. If I'm like, no, I thought it was going to look nice. It doesn't look nice for me. You can play around with it until you get something that you like. Placement that you like. Colors that you like. Everything, okay? Something about this not giving me what I want. But you play around with it until you get something that you absolutely love, okay? Once you find what you love, you can go to the next one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 12 of these for January through December of 2025, okay? And I'm going to play around with different prompts, etc. All right, we're going to go. I'm going to duplicate this really quickly. And I'm going to go to Home, DreamLab. All right, I'm going to put the next prompt in here. Or I could play around and grab one of these and do a different one. See if I like the ladies better, however I want to do it. Now, she looks really, let's see. I'm going to edit this design. Let me show you what else you can do. So you could play around with and use the same lady for each one if you have multiple ones. Once they're already configured, but I'm going to go to Magic Grab really quick and let me show you what I'm doing. You see how it just highlighted her? I'm going to grab her. No. I'm going to Command C. I want to copy her. I'm going to duplicate this and then I'm going to, okay, paste her. I'm going to background remove. Let's see if we can remove her background because I really like how her hair is blowing. And now we can use her for January if we so choose, or we can use that same background for each month. I'm not going to do that, but so we can use her for January. All right, so now we have that same background. However, we have a different image, and the only thing I did was just magic grabbed her. How dope is that? Okay. Then I'm going to just show y'all this really quickly. I'm selecting all of it. I just dragged it, but you can do the shortcuts. I'm Commanding C because I'm on a Mac and copying it. And look what I'm doing. I'm going back to the calendar. And remember, this is 11 by 8.5. And we can change the measurements of it if we want. And I'm pasting her inside of here. Let's get this sunset background. And because it is changing the aspect ratio, we do have to play around with it. All right. Now I can change the aspect ratio so it can make sure it's an 11 by 8.5 if I want, and then redo it. Okay. Resize it. I'm sorry. Resize it. Now it does look different, so that's why you want to make sure you're playing around with it. Because we could do it that way, or we can do it with the fonts larger. And I'm going to bring the font position on layers above it. Or I could go to arrange and stay to the front. Okay. Then if I do it this way, I may want to change this font. I may want to go to effects, make it have a background. So you want to change that background color to white. I can do a square. Let's see, we're going to duplicate this page. And I'm duplicating it so that I can keep the same page. I want none. And then I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to grab a shape of a square. And I'm going to make it into a rectangle. And then I'm going to put it behind my words. And you can align it so that it snaps directly on there. And look at that. We can do it. There's multiple ways to do something. So we can have this line going completely over the whole image and then the words in front of it. I'm just centering it. That actually looks really cute. We can change the color of the square. Let's say if we want it to be, oh, not the font. Look, no. Come on. Oh, sorry. Right here we go to color. We're going to change that to white. And we're going to change the font back to black. Okay. And here we go with our January. We can put January up there too, or we can leave it. And now this says January. We're going to change this to black. And then right here it says change all. So everything that was that grayish color will be changed to black. Okay. And that grayish color. So everything is going to be black. And then at the bottom of here, we can go to elements. And we can... look, beige aesthetics. Let's just see what that says. Look at this. Uh-oh. Now be careful when you move and stuff. This right here, we could put this on the bottom of the page. And although it doesn't give you the options to change the color, we can go to edit, see all, and we can change the colors with filters. So I can change it to this color that kind of matches one of the colors up here. Okay. Or rose. Look at that. Whimsical. You don't want it to be too intense, but rose looks good. Or you can change it to anything you want, but just for the sake of time. And let's go to the grid view so you can see what it looks like. I definitely don't want this one. I'm going to delete that page. But this white, and that looks really good. Okay. So this, and I'm going to, so you can see it together. This looks really good. If we were to print this out as an 11 by 8.5 page for the month of January, that looks really, really cute. And I could play with the elements I want at the bottom to go a little bit with it more. If I want sparkles or glitter or gradient, I'm going to search gradient really, really quick. Okay, we're going to search gradient and see what pops up. I'm going to duplicate it, delete this element, and then I'm going to put this gradient down there. It looks really similar. You see that? Oh, I like that. And look at this. You can change the color of the gradient. When you see that circle, that means you can change it. So look what I'm going to do. I selected the color. I'm going to scroll down and it shows photo colors. So I'm going to pick a photo. Bam. Oh, there we go. Now that looks way better because I'm pulling a color directly from the photo. We're going to delete that because, baby, there it goes. Look at that. Oh, So each color of each month I can pull from a different image. Now that's 5. Stop playing with her. Look how cute that is, and it matches. That's why you keep playing with things. Yeah, that is super cute. Let's zoom out a little bit. Look at that. Oh, yes, honey. And then I am embracing new beginnings with confidence and determination. That is a prompt showing that we are confident and it's a new beginning in the month of January. Y'all might sell this calendar. Hold up. I might sell this because this looks amazing. So now we're going to go to the month of February. Okay, so we see January there. We're going to select February. And the only thing I'm going to do is put these templates. And what you can also do is figure out the pixels for 11 inches by 8.5. And we're going to just do each month like that. Here's February. I'm deleting this one. I'm keeping this one. I'm going to resize it to 11 by 8.5. I'm going to resize this particular design. Resize the design. Okay. I'm going to make sure this font is the same font size as this January, right? So if you click on there, it keep pulling up this. Let's go to position just for right now. And I'm going to put backward just for right now. Even if I want it in the front, we're going to go backward so it could get out the way, y'all. And I just want to grab my font. Backward. Oh, to the back. Okay, so now I can grab my font. That's something you want to pay attention with these positions. If you look at layers, it'll show you what's at the top, what's at the bottom. Okay, and this was the gradient that I kept selecting. So now that's all the way at the bottom. In January, I can select this font. I see this font is 171. Now you do want to be careful because February, I don't know, I'm not counting them, may have different letters. So as long as everything looks the same, you may want the 2025. You can change the size of that however you want it. I'm going to grab the gradient. I'm going to Command C, copy it, and I'm going to paste it. I don't know what color my February is going to be, but I just want that color there. Okay. I'm going to go back to DreamLab. Give me 1 second, y'all. We're going to go back to DreamLab. And we're going to do the prompt for February. Okay, for this prompt for February, I have an elegant African-American woman with long black flowing hair surrounded by soft red and pink hues, sitting gracefully with a serene expression. She wears a flowing red gown, her hair adorned with delicate flowers symbolizing self-love. Now, here's the thing. I can put she's sitting in a chair. She's sitting wherever I want her sitting, but I'm going to just see what they come up with. And then I can take her delicate flowers out of her hair, but let's just see what they create. We're going to select create. And let's see what they come up with just that simple prompt. Stop playing with her. And I did this because February is the month of love, right? Y'all look at the... Oh my goodness, y'all. Stop playing with her. Look how gorgeous she is. Oh my goodness. I love her right here. I don't necessarily like her eyes. Let's see if we can fix. Oops. I'm going to put edit in the design. Oh goodness. Let's go back. Let's go. What is image guidance? Style reference, content reference, image to image. Oh my goodness, she's the bomb. For the sake of the video, we're going to just go ahead and keep her. But you know what? We're not going to do that. Oh my goodness, I love her. Let's go back and see real quick what we could do. I'm going to add to this prompt with bright, pretty eyes, realistic eyes. And let's just see what happens. If not, we're going to use her. but let's just see what happens there. You can always update your prompts. All right, and let's see what they come up with. Now you have to be careful with the, okay. They added a little smoke in the background. Nope, they did what they were supposed to do. So we're going to use this one. We're going to edit this in the image. That wasn't the one, y'all. We want this one. I'm going to show y'all the other ones too. I'm sorry, I just got excited. Now, probably when I said those bright eyes, they trying to get a little bit cartoonish. You could tell the difference. This is gorgeous, but her eyes kind of look cartoonish to me. Oh, now I don't know if I want this one or this one, because she looks way more realistic, but this one is just popping. Okay, I could use her for something else. For this particular assignment, we're going to use her. And then we're going to go ahead and put the affirmation here. The I am statement right here is perfect for that to go. For this I am statement, I am going to type it there. And then I want the same font. Now I am doing these on multiple pages. If you guys find a different way, that's fine. Remember, the font is minimalistic. But this works for me. It's literally just copying and paste. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go to the font and I'm going to go to recently used. Minimalistic is right at the top. Okay. I'm highlighting that. I want it to be minimalistic. And then we are going to change the size. We can change how it's set up. We can change the font if you want to, or if you want to keep it the same, you can keep it the same. 100% up to you. I'm going up to spacing, and I want the line spacing to be closer together. So we can put it right there. We can put it at the bottom and then put the line at the bottom again, like how the other one was. We can change the color of the font, just so that it can pop a little bit more. The white to me looks a little bit better. But like I said, we can change the font altogether. If minimalist, this is a whole nother month. We can do whatever we want. If we want a thicker font, we can choose a thicker font. If we want a bold font, right? Change it to what works for you, but you still want it to look professional, okay? It's kind of fancy for the month of February, so you can get some type of fancy font or bold font. Like I said, you can keep it the same font for each month. You can play around with it. It's a whole new month, baby. It's up to you. It's 100% your preference. Now, I'm going to Command all. I'm copying, and look what I'm about to do. I'm going to change. Well, nope, let me add a page first. I'm adding a page. I'm pasting. Come on. No, not that. I want to paste this whole image. Command all, copy. And then, because it's a different ratio, guys, we have to resize it. This is huge, very important for you to know. I loved how flowing the hair and how long her skirt was, but it changes. So we have to make it fit on the 11 by 8.5. Okay. It still looks good, but that's something you do want to keep in mind with that ratio. And like I said, we're going to play around with that in class. I'm just trying to give you guys the basics for this video. All right. So now we have that. I'm going to select our gradient and I'm going to pull a color directly from, oh, that's so cute, directly from the image. And there's our February. Now I'm going to copy everything and now I'm going to add a page. and go ahead and just play around with it there. Or you can copy and paste it onto the same one so you don't have to keep copying and pasting. I could have locked it. Well, no, I wouldn't have been able to copy and paste it. Anywho, that's that. We're going to add a page. We're going to go and I'm going to select. And when you're copying and pasting, you want to make sure that you select everything because you don't want to have missing numbers or letters or things. So when you're copying and pasting, you're going to have to really pay attention that everything copied and everything pasted. So Command All on a Mac commands everything, copy, paste it. And then now look, our calendar is getting somewhere. So there's January, there's February, and then you just do the whole month. I'm going to delete this page just to these extra pages. So now we have our January. We have our February. And if you're going to print this out and put holes in it, so let's say if I wanted to print this out with my cinch, then I would probably bring everything down so that the holes would not be in their faces or on the words. If you're going to print this out as individual sheets, then it may not matter. But if I'm doing my cinch, I am going to have to remember that there will be holes right here. Okay, so that's super duper important. So you may want to make your images smaller or bring them down just to have enough headway and clearance. And you could also go to File and go to Settings, and then you can show margins. Okay, so you see that? So you want to make sure that everything is within this area in the margins so that if you're doing your cinch, and if you're doing it portrait mode, it'll be on the side. But you want to make sure right here that that's enough space. And that's for both January, even the words January. So we may want to make that a little smaller, bring it down so that you won't cut that off when you're printing it out. Okay, she kind of falls within there. See that? But this flower might get caught up in there. So it all depends on, how you want to do that. If you want to make sure you bring her down so it won't be there, you can play around with that. But be very mindful of, and because this is going to be allegedly a flip one, the side margins are fine. But that top margin, if you were to flip that or get it printed out on Canva or anywhere else or your local CVS, wherever, be mindful of that extra spacing. So keep that in mind. And February is down within that margin space, so you're fine. But just be mindful of that. But look how cute that is. So January, February. And you can play around, like I said, with the fonts. If you're not feeling the fonts or the colors, change it to whatever fits you. February. And then you just continuously go to all 12 months. So you would have 12 unique images, 12 I am affirmation statements in all 12 months. And just make sure you're checking the dates that works, that those are the real dates for 2025. Make sure that this 2025, look how large that is. This one looks a little smaller. So do you want to play around with it? We're going to push that all the way down so we can grab the fonts. Go back to position. These are the layers. I want it under February in 2025 so I could grab that. If you want to make February smaller so that you can make 2025 larger, play around with that. Or if you want to make this 2025 smaller, you may want these to look the exact same, even though the words look different. If you do, you can simply copy and then paste it. And then all the 2025s can be in the exact same spot, no matter how large the words are, because for May and March, it's going to be way smaller, the words, because it's less letters. So these are things you want to play around with. You can change the font of this. If you don't like the Yodman font, you can change every month the font, and you can change the spacing of the letters. You may not want it to have the same font every month, but it all depends on your specific style. Okay, so here's January, Here's February, and you would do all 12 months of the year. The video is kind of long. I'm not sure if you guys want me to do each and every month, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how you can make it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you want me to do every single month, then let me know that as well. Canva DreamLab is a dream, y'all. It is a dream. But this is how you can make a simple, this is the beginning on how you can make a simple New Year calendar, okay?